Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to apply for provisional driving license in the UK in 2023. Of course, obtaining a provisional license is the first step, of course, towards learning to drive on the UK roads. Whether you're a ager, or to start driving, of course, or someone looking like to learn later in life, this process is essential. So let's simply get started. Before we start with this video, make sure to watch it from now till the end so you have full experience. So before applying, ensure that you meet the eligibility criteria for the driver's license in the UK. Of course, you must be at least 15 years and 8 months old and have a valid UK address and be able to read the number plates from 20 meters away. Those are the three criteria for applying to a provisional, of course, driving license in the UK. And then you'll have to start applying online. To do so, go and open whatever browser you're going to use to follow this tutorial steps with. Here in my case, I'm just going to use like Brave browser, and of course in your case, it could be any other browser that you could possibly have. You'll basically have to visit the official government's website for driving licenses in the UK, and you'll have to complete the application for provisional driving license online. So go to the URL section, and basically here you'll have to type like UK driver license, or provisional driving license, and hit the enter button. So as you can see, apply for your first provisional driver license. So just click on that, and here we are. So get your first provisional driver license for a car, motorbike, moped, or other vehicle from DVLA online. And to apply, you must, as we said before, be at least 15 years old and 8 months, be able to read members' plates, of course, from 18 meters away. So, as an example, this is just the eyesight rules. You can read all of that. As you can see, those are the eyesight rules. If you're having problems in your eyes, or you're wearing glasses or something like that, make sure to read all of that. And of course, as you can see, have been given permission to live in Great Britain, England, Scotland, and Wales for at least 185 days. And of course, it costs £34 when you apply online. And if you applied for a provisional license before 1 March 1973, you will need to use this service to get a new license. And of course, this service is also available in Welsh, or I don't know what is that exactly. But before you start, as you can see, you will need an identity document such as your passport. So you can read that again. Not going to. Addresses where you lived up for the last 3 years. And you might be asked for additional information such as your national insurance number if you know it. You will get a confirmation email from DVLA after you applied, and your license should arrive within 1 week if you apply online. It may take longer if DVLA needed to make additional checks. And of course, the costs, we talk about it. So 34 to apply online, and you can pay by MasterCard, Visa, Electron, or Delta debit or credit card. When you can drive with a provisional license, there are different rules depending on your age and the type of vehicle. So you can check what vehicles you can drive and when before you start up to learn, as an example. So you can click here on start now. So check if you're old enough or have the kind of driving license to drive different kind of vehicles. So here you'll have just to answer some questions to understand that. So what kind of vehicle do you want to drive as an example? So car, which is category B. Normal cars are all category B. If you want to drive any other thing, of course, you can simply just enter whatever you want. So for me, I'll just go with car. Click on next step. How old are you? 17 or over. Click on next step, and you can apply, of course, for a provisional license and learn to drive a car. Apply for a provisional license here. If you already have a provisional license to ride the moped, you do not need to reapply. You must obey the rules of learning to drive a car. If you take your driving test, of course, in an automatic car, you can only drive automatic cars. So you can, as an example, if you don't want to drive manuals in your life, you can test or do your tests on your automatic car and keep driving it forever. So as you can example, you can always start again. So see if you're gonna need another driving license or something like that. So if you click on as an example, or as I said from here, apply for a provisional license, just click on that, and you will find this in here. So as an example, as you will simply have to click on start now to start applying. So before you start, of course, make sure to read all that, as you can see. So we will ask you 3 questions about your eligibility for first provisional driver license, and then confirm your identity. You will need to provide your identity document number. You can use a UK passport. A passport that's expired within the last 12 months can be used, of course, for the service. Non-UK passport, biometrics residence permit, biometrics residence card, and national identity card. Your national insurance number, if you know it. And you may also have to provide addresses where you lived for the last 3 years. By providing these details, it will help speed up your application and may avoid you having to verify your identity by post. And of course, you will also need to provide a valid photo and signature for your provisional license. We may be able to use your passport photo and signature if your passport has one. So click on continue. And as you can see, now you'll have to start applying. So have you been issued with the Great Britain provisional driving license before? Click on yes or no, depending on whatever you want. Of course, depending on the answer that you give, they can give you another answers. Maybe as example, if I click on yes, and you click on no, you may, as example, didn't find this, you may find another thing. So for me, if I click on yes, as you can see, they will tell me that you cannot apply for a Great Britain driving license. But if I go back and click on no, as you can see, I'll find another question that I have to answer. So where's your current address? As example, just enter that. I'll just choose England as example. And before you continue, you will need to provide a valid photo signature. So if you're using a desktop or laptop, you may need to transfer your photos to the device to complete the service. So click on complete to the device. Do you intend to live in the UK for more than 185 days in each calendar year? So I'll just click on yes. Have you lived outside the UK in the last 12 months? I'll just choose no here. As example, are you currently disqualified from driving in the UK? I'll just choose no, so I don't need to read the whole question. As you can see, can you meet the legal eyesight standard for driving? Yes. You can answer yes with glasses or corrective lenses if you want to. So click on continue. So do you have or have you ever had any of the following medical conditions? Read all of that. If you have, click on yes. If you don't, click on no. And as you can see, you need to confirm your identity creates sign-in details. So click on continue. And as you can see, you'll have to provide your email address as example. So I'll just enter here like .com. And as you can see, of course, you will be sent a code. Just enter that code. So for me, I'll not provide with that. I will not proceed with that, so I don't get into trouble because you don't have to play with that. So of course, for you, just keep entering your information. You will have to follow the application, and basically after that, you'll have to pay for the fees. And before even pay the fees, you'll have to enter your photo and signature, and then pay for the fees. And simply after completing the application and the payment, you'll receive a confirmation email, and this confirms that your application has been received, and you'll have to wait for your license. Then basically, once you have your provisional license, you can start learning to drive with an approved driving instructor, of course, or someone over 21 who holds a full license and has had it for at least 3 years. And that's going to be it. So for you, already congratulations, you've successfully applied for a provisional driving license in the UK. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.